A new documentary will air this weekend on One American News, shot on location in Ukraine, and exposes the truth about what went down in Kiev years ago. Jack Posobiec interviews filmmaker Michael Caputo. Take a look.
We are very excited to welcome here to One American News Michael Caputo, former Trump advisor, who has just filmed a new documentary that's going to be played soon here on One American News called The Ukraine Hoax. Michael, thank you so much for sitting down with us.
Well, thanks for having me, Jack.
So tell me, when did you film this thing, and when you were filming it, did you know that Ukraine was about to become the biggest story of the world in geopolitics?
I had no idea. So I know Ukraine very well, and I knew that the Bidens were up to something there, and I knew that the former President Poroshenko had been involved in interfering in the American elections. I thought that I could prove it. So I flew over there in August. And while I was there, the day I arrived, the whistleblower filed his complaint. Clearly the White House, the House Intelligence Committee, everybody was burning up the phone lines. I lost a couple of interviews. They just ghosted me. Some of the people like Poroshenko, the former president, who was, to my mind, very clearly directing interference in our 2016 election, ghosted me. And I didn't get it. I went back to the United States to write the film and edit the film. I was home about 3-4 days when everything blew up in September.
So tell us about your documentary and what you uncovered while you were there, because so many people have heard the name Hunter Biden, so many people have heard Burisma, but is that really the start of the story?
It isn't. In fact, America's Ukraine problem didn't start with a phone call between two presidents. It started many, many years before with the fall of the Soviet Union. And it ended up with mass murder on the central square of Kiev, Ukraine. In 2014, February 2014, 100 people on the central square of the largest nation in Europe by landmass, 100 people were killed in 20 minutes by snipers. And 6 years later, we still don't know who did that. There have been no trials. There's been plenty of investigations, and there's theories all around. But right in the middle of all those theories is the United States government and the European Union and Russia. I believe that the United States government, especially through the State Department and the United States Embassy in Kiev, was pushing it toward the precipice that ended up in 130 people murdered, 100 in 20 minutes. And the United States afterward, we washed our hands of it and we walked away. But what that gave birth to was a new administration in Ukraine, the Petro Poroshenko administration. He was elected president and was clamoring for support from Obama and Joe Biden, who the president made viceroy of Ukraine. In comes Joe Biden, and 45 days later, his son is on the board of one of the most corrupt companies in all of Ukraine, making millions of dollars. I thought that stunk up to high heaven. It was corrupt from the beginning, and my conclusion from the film and the book is that Hunter Biden and his partner in business, Devon Archer, both serving on the Burisma board, violated federal U.S. law by not registering with the FARA law, the Foreign Agents Registration Act, which Paul Manafort is serving prison time on right now. This whole impeachment isn't just about protecting Joe Biden. It's about keeping Hunter Biden out of prison, because what he did by lobbying his father, which I think I can prove, and by lobbying Secretary of State John Kerry with his partner Devon Archer, very closely connected to the Kerry family, he lobbied to protect the oligarch who owned Burisma, and he did it without registering. Both of them were in clear violation of federal law.
Mike Caputo, can't wait to see the documentary, can't wait to read the book. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One American News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One American News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.